Greetings. It's time for a little discussion. And my discussion is going to be about seatbelts, multiple destinations, and knowing where you're going in those multiple destinations and knowing your drop-off location in general. This is the Uber video. Okay, so my first thing is when you get in my car, I speak, I say hello, I greet you by name, and after that, I read the address to you. Are you going to 11111 Main Street? They say yes. And I do that because it's been situations where I have started driving and somebody will be like, excuse me, where are you going? So, I learned to just confirm the destination of the person that I'm taking, the passenger. Okay. So that's helpful because you don't want to get all the way somewhere and somebody say, oh, I had it in my settings, my general settings to just take me to work and I'm not going to work. So then, they've kind of just wasted their money and you just wasted your time. So confirm the location, destination. All right. So this is one of my things. In the app, say it's you and one or two other persons, right? Y'all get in a car. In the app, you're supposed to establish where you going before you even get in the car. Y'all should have worked that out before y'all got in the car, okay? Let's just say it's two y'all, like I just had, two females. The destination was, 8 and 10, about 18 miles. It was like almost 19 miles, okay, from where I picked them up at. The final destination was that 19th mile, and in between that, around the 10th mile, they had somewhere else that they wanted to stop and do a drop-off. That's not a problem with me. So when they got in the car, I said hi, and I asked them, I said, you're going to this location? And she said, no, we need to stop and drop this person off along the way. I said, okay, I can do that for you. Can you go in the app and tell Uber that you want to make a stop? Okay, I've told you guys this before. If I'm driving somebody somewhere and say they just want to, they don't have a car or anything like that, and they like, I just need to stop at the store right here on the corner, at the corner store by my apartment and pick up something, do you mind? I don't have a problem with stopping. People think that we get paid for those stops and all of that. Uber doesn't pay additional fees for those stops. What they do is that they calculate it in for the 12 cents per minute that we've already been sitting and waiting. So they just, 12 cents a minute. So if you're in the store, for a few minutes, it's not really going to pay me anything extra other than time that I've spent for, like, example, at sitting at lights. But that's just a courtesy. And I hear so many people say that they don't stop for people at all. And I don't have a problem with stopping for you, especially if it's hot, if it's raining. I'll stop for you at the corner store. I don't have to have you put that in and let Uber know that we're doing that. But if you want to drop off and make stops, like go to the bank, go do this, I need you to put that in there because I need to know where I'm being routed to. I need Uber to know that we're stopping to make a stop, to drop somebody off at a whole new location. And I'm going to tell you some of the main reasons why I need that. I need that. I don't know if other Uber drivers trip on it or need it, but I need it because, number one, I want them to know where the hell I'm going. And number two, when you don't put in a stop in between my destination, I could get another call when we get closer to the destination. If I decline that call, my acceptance rating will go down. So if 5 people do that a week, look how much my acceptance rating is going to go down because I have to keep declining it because you're saying, oh, we're not going here, we're going here. So that's why I asked people to put it in. So this girl wanted to make a stop on her 10th mile. They're telling me, don't worry, it's on the way. That's fine, it's on the way, but we're going to a whole nother person's house. Can you put that in there? And then they put it in there and it changed the address completely. And they was like, oh, we can't put it in to do this and it's going to do that. And then it changed the address back. I was like, okay, The first stop that you want to make, let's just go ahead and put that in. I'm going to cut my app off, because if you don't cut your app off and it only sees that I'm going to that one address, I can get another call, and then you still in the back seat needing to go 8 more miles. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm not explaining this right, but they didn't seem to get it either. So that's what I was telling them, like, if you put the address in there, just go ahead and put it in, and I'll cut my app off. Since you don't know how to go in the app and add a stop, even after I've told you how to do it, you still don't know how to do it between 2 grown adults. Y'all don't know how to do it. So go ahead, put the address in there to the first place you want to go. I'm going to cut my app off so I don't get any more calls, because that's not good. That's not a good situation. I'm telling y'all, I learned from trial and error. I've had that happen to me where I've had 3 people in the car. They wanted to make 3 separate stops. They didn't put it in right. We got to the first stop and my app went off again. Like, I need a whole new ride, and I still got 2 more people in the car. So, you know, people think that you might be being too technical, or, you know, oh, it's just one stop. It's just, you guys don't get it. We're attached to a satellite. That satellite is roaming because there's people in that area that need to be picked up. So I don't want my rating to go down, my acceptance rating to go down any more than what, I mean, it's like 90-something%, but I don't want it to go down, because all of this crap count with them. You know, it counts. So that's that. And I don't understand why people don't want to wear their seatbelts. It is the law. In the state of Texas, it's the law, even in the back seat. And I had a passenger back here. He looked it up, not trying to be combative with me or nothing like that, but he looked it up and he was like, you're right, you know, everybody in the car has to have their seatbelt on as long as they're over the age of 17. And then, oh, my other thing is that people want to get in the car with their kids with no car seats. Why do you have this child and you don't have this car seat? I know that thing is heavy, and I know you probably jumping in and out of Ubers. You running to the store, you going to HEB, you doing different things with your kids, and you don't want to carry that car seat. But I no longer allow people to ride in my car without the proper car seats for their kids. Even if your kid is under, what, I think 70 pounds, they have to have one of them little booster seats with a strap across you can't get in here without that either. I'm sorry. Because it's my safety, it's your child's safety. I got enough things going on in my life. I don't have no children, and I don't need nobody's kid dying in my car or getting injured. So that's my reasoning behind that, and it's the law. Are you gonna pay for the ticket? Even if you're gonna pay for the ticket, I don't want the ticket. I don't want the problems. So, you know, people don't factor in the outcomes of situations. They just want to move and move throughout their day, and they don't factor what can happen if something is to happen. And I have to factor those things in, because shit is always happening. So that's my thing for today. Wear your seatbelts. Make sure y'all know y'all destinations, know where you going. And if you don't know how to navigate through Uber app, they always, once they update the app, they go into YouTube and they make a video and they tell you how to work Uber app. And this videos that I've told you guys how to work Uber apps. I know it's people out here telling y'all what to do, but people so lazy, they don't even want to learn how to work the stuff that they have. So do that. Have car seats for your kids and strap them in too. So these are important things. I don't care what nobody say. I drive around this whole entire city. I don't just go block to block in my neighborhood. I'm everywhere, all over this city, and I see people do the same things everywhere they go. And then, you know, they say that what's that saying? Ignorance of the law is no excuse to break it. So, you know, you get pulled over, you can't tell a cop, oh, I just didn't know. They don't care. You getting a ticket. So that's just that. That's all I gotta say. Peace and blessings.